So can
Yeah.
you tell me a little bit about the certification you got for your
Yes.
book? So
Yeah.
sorry.
So no worries. So this is an AI free certification, and I got it for the receiver. What that is it's a badge, a certification badge that allows me to showcase that my book, every single word in my book was written without the use of AI. And I think that's important these days because, we're at the cusp where people are going to be like, I got an idea for a book. I'm going to plug it into ChatGPT and I'm going to have a book out there. And then they just post it. And we're out here, us authors are trying to write this stuff. It takes a lot of time and we don't want,
Yeah.
so, I mean, we can't stop it, but and I'm pro AI. Look, don't get me wrong, I'm pro AI, but I want to also showcase when I do something without AI. And so for other authors on here, I happen to be, full disclosure, one of the founders of the AI Free Certification Project, which was created to help artists, not just authors, but musicians and movie makers showcase their human ingenuity. So I am happy to give your listeners some free certificates. Like I can give you a bank of 50 or something. You can put it on there on the site if you're
Cool. I just know in our Facebook group, I know so many people that
yeah,
I hadn't heard of it. I thought that was so cool. So
yeah. The other thing I wanted to say is that in this book, so I'm a huge Star Trek fan, huge Star Trek fan. There are 2 Star Trek Next Generation Easter eggs in this book. I haven't told anybody about them yet. This is the first time I'm disclosing it. But if the first person who figures them out correctly tells me them, I am going to write that person into the book, into the sequel. There's a
that's
sequel
cool.
coming out, and yes, there is a sequel coming out. If you look at my reviews, they're about 80% of the people say, please write the sequel. I can't wait for the sequel. So I'm definitely going to do a sequel. But here's the offer. If you can figure out the 2 Easter eggs, I will write you into the book, or I'll, whatever you want me to do with respect to the character and whatnot. I'm gonna figure out a way to get it in there. So
Cool.
sequel's coming out, audiobook is coming out. My next book is called The Dreamer, which is I'd love to tell you about it, but it's such a cool little thing. I'm just gonna hold on to it for a second. But yeah, thanks. That's the big news for me right now.
Awesome. Sweet. I'm glad you mentioned the Star Trek Next Generation one. I was just about to ask about that one again. So awesome. This is why I got to incorporate with the questions because otherwise I'm just like subsetting questions and thoughts and
Right.
stuff as we
Right.
get going. It's the only problem about having a conversation, I think, versus I've had a lot of people say, oh, I really like the style and format. And I've had a lot of authors creatives say that too. But that's great. But yeah, I keep thinking to myself, like, if I don't take notes or, have it somewhere,
Right.
I just forget because I'm just having fun on what we're saying. But that sounds awesome. I just want to remind our audience that you can find Seth's book and social links in the description anywhere where you're watching or listening to this podcast, whether it's visual, audio. And just make sure that, we're really focusing on reviewing those products. We've talked about the importance of that over and over again. If this is your first time watching one of my podcasts, we're really going to talk about that really throughout all of season 5, 4, and 3, because that helps not just traditionally published authors, but indie especially, but also everybody in between, whether it's copy editors, developmental editors, whoever, right? Cover artists, all those people. So help everybody out, and then you'll get more books from Seth, and they'll be really cool.